Hello, welcome. This is the Stadium Junkies. We still haven't come up with a name for this, but this is the week two preview slash analysis of week one of the NFL. We both love the NFL. Joining me, this is Jeffrey Burtis, and joining me is
Tony Lopez, of course.
yes, and I'm still drawing a blank with the name for this. That'll be discussed later on. But Tony, week
Yeah.
one is officially in the books.
Oh yeah, it is.
The season has officially begun.
Yeah, we've had some really good games, some really bad games, and a game postponed because of Hurricane Irma. Praying for everybody down there in the Florida and southern United States.
Yes, very.
Uh,
They got lucky with the fact that both teams have the same bye week. So
that got
that is
delayed to Tampa has a home game this coming up week, so we'll see
we'll
how
get.
the area is going to react to the game being played.
So yes, we now. So we like before we go into week two, we need to be overall getting a general feel of week one. First of all, I want you, both of us, Tony, you included, to come up with three things that surprised you about week one of the NFL, the 2017-2018 campaign. I will go off first. Three things. First, the Chiefs and their performance against New England, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then number three, how pathetic New Orleans looked on Monday night. First off, with the Chiefs, very impressive. To do that against Belichick and the New England Patriots, 42 points. Alex Smith looked like Tom Brady of old, 368 yards on 4 TDs off of 28 to 35, with Kareem Hunt with one fumble and 148 yards and a touchdown, and after just wreaked havoc on the New England defense.
It was
It was
absolutely
amazing.
insanity. Um, the fact that they just go into New England opening night, they're raising the banner, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just absolute annihilation. The game started slow. It looked like New England was going to take the game. At least I think what was that around.
Yes.
I stopped.
Yes.
I actually stopped watching the game at 17-7.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and from what I understood, it just started to turn around just immediately.
No. Okay. Going back to that, I mean, it looked like I was about to turn off the TV after the very first play of Kansas City where Kareem Hunt fumbled the ball. I was like, oh, New England's about to capitalize. They're going to take a 14-point lead. I already see where this is going. But the defense stood strong and stopped them at fourth and one or fourth and two on a run play. I was like, oh, we got ourselves a game. Okay, now we're talking.
Exactly.
Then immediately 12 to 14 plays later, they scored to tie the game. I was like, okay, I might have some hope. And then at halftime it was pretty neck and neck. It was 17-14, but then at the fourth quarter the Chiefs just pulled away, 21 unanswered points. And it was just the floodgates of the fourth quarter were just astronomically just wow. I bet no one thought the Chiefs were going to be able to pull it off at New England.
I personally didn't think that was going to happen. I
I
thought
didn't.
New England was guaranteed to get a win, even
Mm-hmm,
though I felt like Julian Edelman, the loss of him
mm-hmm.
was going to impact the game a little bit. I didn't think that Kansas City was going to win the game at all.
No, thank you for bringing up Julian Edelman because without Julian Edelman, New England, Tom Brady, he didn't have anywhere to throw. He didn't have anywhere to throw to. I feel like the game timing was off with his new targets. Brandon Cooks, Gronk has been out for a year, and they just couldn't get any rhythm going.
Mm-hmm.
Then, secondly, the normally I don't care about. It's the AFC South, but the Jaguars. Oh my God! I mean, it wasn't an offensive.
They picked up all the right pieces on defense.
Oh
Uh,
yes. Oh
the
God.
fact that we can pick up Calais Campbell in the
Mm-hmm.
first half alone had 3.5 sacks.
Yep. Tom Savage is not real, Tony.
Now, clearly not.
He's
Neither is his offensive line. Neither. Well, look, Jacksonville has always had a good defense.
mm-hmm.
It's the offense has always needed work. Now they have a rusher in the backfield that could actually let Blake Bortles breathe.
Leonard Fournette with 26 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown.
Exactly. That's what they've needed. Now they can actually give the ball off to him. Let Blake Bortles make that third down play action pass if he's needed to. And let the defense take care of the rest.
Well, with Blake Bortles, he didn't really do much that was glaring. He had 11 of 21 for 125 yards and a touchdown. Kudos to the Texans D. The Texans D is pretty good. So I'll take that as a win, but he didn't doom the Jaguars D. He kept the mistakes at a very minimum and didn't turn the ball over, unlike Tom Savage and Deshaun Watson, who I predict will get the start tomorrow against the Bengals from now on. I mean, they were just sacked an interception, fumble. The offense did no favors for the Texans defense, and that's how the Jaguars won.
Exactly.
Now, all the way into Monday night, New Orleans, 4 years of the same stuff. They absolutely have no defense. Adrian Peterson rightfully was complaining about give him the ball, and he only got the ball like about 6 attempts, like less than 30 attempts on the rushing ground. It's offense built around Drew Brees, but Brees they gotta adapt, saying, hey, you got these running back like committees. Let's give them a chance to run the football.
Well, from what I saw during the game, they did give everybody else a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the rookie from Tennessee on the field. I saw Ingram on the field, not just getting rushes, but also getting passes out of the backfield. Yeah, they didn't get enough snaps, but there's so many running backs on that team. There's no way you're going to get 20 to 30 touches in a game. There's no way.
That's the thing with running back by committees. You're always going to just commit. Like, you're not going to commit to just one running back at all times.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually feel like there's a chance that AP could be gone by the trading deadline.
I could see it if they don't give him enough, if they keep doing it like they're doing right now. But the biggest glaring thing is Sam Bradford looked like Sam Bradford of Oklahoma.
Yes, Sam Bradford didn't look like Sam Bradford at all.
He looked like Sam Bradford of Oklahoma. 27 of 32, 346 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Some of those passes that he was throwing were absolutely insane.
Complete accuracy whatsoever. Complete accuracy.
Like the passes that he was just throwing at Stephon Diggs. I'm just like, this guy is insane. He's in sync with his team. Where did this come from?
Well, here's the thing. It's New Orleans defense, and yet they've done little to no improvement whatsoever. They've added some names, good, but they still need work.
What do you consider a name? Manti Te'o?
No, Manti Te'o, Marshawn Lattimore, which I was pretty high on, but you got to give him.
I do like the kid.
I just give him time. Just got to give him time, but it's the same problem that the Saints have always had for the last 3 years. Little to no defense. They couldn't even get to the quarterback. Cam Jordan is arguably one of the best defensive ends in the league, but he got 1 sack. Thank you, but no pressure, and the corners are just getting gouged. Now, Tony, I want 3 things that jumped out to you in week 1.
One is the Los Angeles Rams explosion. Number 2, the Detroit Lions comeback win. And 3, how close the Pittsburgh Steelers came to losing. Just let me start with LA. The Rams, holy crap, that explosion. That defense was clicking. That offense was looking great.
Take that with a grain of salt, though. Hey,
I am taking it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, if they could contain that energy that they had playing against the Colts. Yes, no Andrew Luck,
No
no
chance.
defense. It's just like they got nothing. But at the same time, maybe Jared Goff is onto something. Maybe the coaching staff is onto something. Maybe Wade Phillips is onto something on the defensive side of the ball. It was just an explosion of powers.
Really.
I can't see anything else.
I'm taking that with a grain of salt just because of the fact that Andrew Luck was not available. They were totally banged up on the offensive side and the defensive side. I've never been a fan of the Colts defense.
Yeah,
So,
and we'll give more of an update on Andrew Luck when it comes to the for this week.
Yes. So
number 2, the Detroit Lions. Okay, I ended up seeing a little bit of this game. The first half, from what I understood, it was Arizona fully. I don't know. I don't remember when Chris Johnson went down with the injury. But in the second half, Matt Stafford turned it on and actually blew the damn gates down.
Keep the cursing to a minimum, please. Thank you.
That's the only one you get for me this time.
But
you get one. Stafford has looked like he wasn't going to be, worthy of that contract he got. Well, he may have proven that he's going to be more than worth that contract this season.
Well,
he doesn't need the Megatron. What he has with him now is great. He has 2 backs. He has receivers. He has a tight end. He has an offensive line that's actually keeping him up. So they can win this division if they need to.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, with going to that game, you can never count out the Detroit Lions. Last year, they led the league with the most fourth-quarter comebacks in the NFL. You can never count them out. That's one team with Matthew Stafford. You're just like, look out. You never can count out the Detroit Lions. Also, a little side note on there. To all you people in fantasy football who drafted David Johnson first pick, I am so sorry for you.
From what it's looking like, he may be out until Christmas.
That's what I've heard.
So
all those, what a waste.
Yeah, what a waste.
But yes, Detroit was very impressive. Going with that comeback, but they're just finishing up. They're just continuing what they started last season, just coming back and winning football games.
Exactly. And the last thing is, what's going on with Pittsburgh? To me,
what do you mean?
You shouldn't only win against Cleveland by 3.
A win is a win, Tony.
Calm
down.
Let's get this straight. Le'Veon Bell had 10 touches for only 32 yards. The only reason they really won this game is because
Antonio Brown.
Defense saved their ass.
That's 2, Tony. Come on, man.
I mean, look, I said Adrian Peterson. Whoa.
Yes.
Antonio Brown did have 182 yards receiving, but I think only 80 yards went to everybody else. Big Ben was sacked, intercepted once. It's not looking great. If you can't, Cleveland team, which isn't very good right now, even though they are on the up and up, you may have problems down the road.
Really? I still have faith that the Steelers could get it in. Hey, I know it's against Cleveland. We all joke that Cleveland is a bad team. We all make that joke.
Yeah.
But it's a divisional rival. You faced them twice. They know how you play. And Cleveland, for all the grief I give them, they do a pretty good job. They did upgrade their defense, didn't they?
Yeah. Sort of.
Sort
They
of,
got
huh?
they got an aging Joe Hayden. They lost Lawrence Timmons to Miami.
I was talking about Cleveland's defense.
Oh, Cleveland. Oh, yeah. They got younger and faster.
Exactly.
But you still should be able to beat them easily if you are supposed to have the number one offense in the NFL, and you have everybody there.
I think I mean,
So
I
I don't
think you're
know.
just taking it in one game. Like you're concerned about the Steelers. It's a divisional opponent. They're gonna play you tough, no matter who it is. It could be your worst team in the division, but they will always play you tough. So with that, I'm like, Pittsburgh, they got the win. They're 1-0, and that's all. You just take that one game at a time on that one.
Yeah.
But now that we got our three things, let's talk about the two main event games, the two big games of week one. Then we'll go talk about week two. Okay, Tony?
Yes, sir. And I know which one you're going to start with.
Which one am I going to start with?
I believe you're starting with Green Bay and Seattle.
Exactly. Boy, you know me so well.
This game was, how should I say it?
Ugly.
Slow.
It was ugly and slow at first. These are the two teams I expect to be playing for. They might be playing for a title. These are the heavily favorites. One of the three teams that are favored to represent the NFC.
Exactly. And what should happen in the game like that is everybody should be on like high intensity, high level of activity. Yes, offensive play wasn't great in this game. Defense, they all showed up. Everybody showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides of the ball. I can't say anything bad about either team on the defensive side of the ball. Green Bay looked phenomenal. Mike Daniels kept getting to Russell Wilson.
Well, here's the thing on that. You got to think that Green Bay did not have a good defense at the beginning of the playoffs. They did not have that good of a defense. However, Seattle, that offensive line to allow Mike Daniels, the defensive tackle, to get that much pressure. You got to look at some part of that offensive line of Seattle. All game long, Russell Wilson was running for his life.
Yeah, and the Seattle offensive line, it really hasn't upgraded.
It really hasn't. I mean,
anything. Yeah, they may have gotten younger. They've been trying to develop more talent. They lost Russell Okung. They lost a few other people. They're not the same offensive line, so they're going to have to get some time to gel and mesh together so they can be able to run the football effectively. Because Eddie Lacy had maybe like 5 yards the whole game. Their best running back on the team on Sunday was a rookie running back who was a 5th-round selection. It's not the same Seattle offense that we're used to seeing at all.
It's not beast mode. Also, shout out to beast mode. He's back.
Oh, if you guys haven't seen the highlights from that Oakland game, go and watch it on YouTube. It's there. And also, while you're at it, subscribe to our channel. Second, go watch Tony Romo predicting the calls.
Oh, wow.
During the game.
Oh, wow.
A second before each play. It's insane.
And you had doubts about him being a commentator.
I did. He's literally calling every play on the field. Every play. Oh, they're about to run it left. Oh, they're going to throw it over here. Stop it.
Hey, that shows a good color.
Oh, God.
That is a good commentator. That's a good color commentator. The fact that he knows what they're going to do.
And think about wait. Is the Super Bowl on CBS this year?
No, it's on NBC.
Oh, thank God. That's next year. We got to see Romo do Super Bowl call. Oh.
calm down. But let's get back to the Green Bay Seattle game.
Now, the Green Bay's offense, Aaron Rodgers, he started slow.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, did he start looking good in the second half. I love it.
The second half adjustments, and that bad man.
Discount and double check, man. Discount and double check. Woo!
He's a bad man.
He's a bad mama jam.
Dude, I mean, he can draw defenses offside like it's nothing with that hard count.
Exactly.
And he's so accurate with the throw. I mean, at the second half, the defense, the Legion of Boom just got gassed. They were just like, Green 18, hard count, offside, free play.
Is literally the best hard count in the NFL. He can pull people off sides with will. It was just like, hey. I'm like, okay.
The moment he sees 12 players on the defensive field, oh, wait, give me the ball. Give me the ball.
If he sees somebody running to the sideline, he's going. He knows. He knows better than anybody on the field how to get an advantage on the field in field position.
He's one of the best quarterbacks, if not talent-wise, the best quarterback. We're not talking about range. We're just talking about talent. I'd say he's top 3, top 5.
I say, to me, he's top 2. Top
2 in terms of just talent, and he doesn't have the rings to be the greatest, but
well, I mean, he has a ring, so he can say something.
He's got a ring. But the fact that he was just making that defense look just offsides, penalties left and right. It was just like, wow. He's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah. And now, Jeffrey,
I'm leaving this intro to you.
I don't even know. Are we talking about what we think we're talking about?
Yes, we are. The Sunday night football game, the Cowboys and the Giants.
You actually want to talk about the Cowboys?
Yes.
Now,
yes, I do.
Let me start by saying, how about them Cowboys?
Okay.
First off,
you got to win.
Their defense did look a lot better in this game than I expected.
Take it with a grain of salt.
But at the same time, maybe they have been putting in the work. Maybe they have been starting to get together and actually working on getting better instead of having to go out and get a free agent that everybody in the Metroplex and anybody who is a Dallas Cowboys fan, one thing they were concerned about was defense. And
going into the season, that was to be your Achilles. Going in unbiasedly, that looked to be your Achilles. I was like, who's going to make plays on the defense outside of Sean Lee?
Exactly. And it seemed like everybody was willing to step up and make a play. Especially, even though he was limited during the game, Jalen Smith.
Mm-hmm.
That kid from Notre Dame, I never thought he would play. I never thought he would play for us because of that knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that kid plays well. Man, he's aggressive. Man, he's a team leader. When he gets on that field, he wants to fly as hard as anybody else on the field. So I have to give him complete props for leading a team. These guys are communicating on the field as well. I saw it during the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then on offense, we didn't have to do much. And plus, really, let's be real. Tonight was about Jason Witten.
Congratulations to Jason Witten for breaking records, franchise records.
He is now the all-time leading receiver in Dallas Cowboy history, passing the great 88 Michael Irvin.
And Jason Witten has done it with class. I have respect for him.
Exactly. And look, let's just be real. This game, I thought it was going to be more of a competition, but apparently Eli loves Odell so much it wasn't even close.
It's ridiculous how much he loves OBJ. I was like, okay, you have no OBJ. Okay, someone else should be making some plays on the offensive end. What's that? They need
where's Sterling? Where's
Brandon Marshall?
Shane Vereen? Where's Brandon? Especially where's you bring him in during the offseason.
Yes, and he does nothing. A big fat zero.
Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zero. I'm sorry for anybody who actually thought about drafting Brandon Marshall in their fantasy league. He's not
consistent.
Be good this year.
But here's the thing. I was looking at the Giants offense, and if I'm OBJ, I'm gonna want a lot more money after this.
Exactly.
The offense just looked stale, stagnant as heck. They couldn't get any play. They couldn't get any offensive going until like the third quarter. But even then, it was only 3 points, and the offense of the Giants did no favors for the Giants defense. The defense did everything it could to keep the Giants in this game. They only allowed one touchdown and like 4 field goals.
Okay.
Yeah, they did everything they could. They stopped Ezekiel Elliott. He got his 100 yards, but he had to work for him. 24 carries and 104 yards. Dak Prescott, 268, 1 touchdown. I mean, if I'm a defense, I would be happy with that. But as the game goes on and the Giants offense couldn't get anything, the Giants defense, they eventually got gassed. They got gassed and tired out, and that led to the Cowboys just running the clock, running the football, and doing their game plan.
Exactly. So,
and now
it was a good one.
And now the Giants and the Cowboys will not meet again until December. So it'll be a long time. We'll finally see an identity of both these teams in the next game, which is at the Meadowlands.
Now, let's
Tony
talk about.
Now, are you ready to go into week 2 of the NFL?
I think we shall start going into week 2. And let's start with the early Thursday snooze fest.
Snooze fest? I don't know about a snooze fest, sir.
Well, I mean, when both of these teams combined for 7 points, it may be a snooze fest. And gals,
I don't think so. But
we have the 0-1 Houston Texans going into Cincinnati against the 0-1 Bengals. Now, first off, this is a color rush game.
Oh, so, great!
You're going to see the return of the navy blue and red jerseys for the Houston Texans and the white jerseys for the Bengals. Okay, the only way Cincinnati wins this game is because Andy Dalton actually shows up.
And surely Andy Dalton can give us a better game than what he did in that first game, because my God, Andy Dalton was horrible.
Apparently, it's like
on
ratings ever.
16 of 31 for 170 yards and not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 interceptions.
Woo!
4 interceptions.
Wait, no. Yeah, exactly. And then we saw we've already talked about what happened with Houston.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a pretty game. If anything happens, Houston's defense is going to take over this game, and Houston's going to win this game.
Oh, and we will probably see Deshaun Watson be the starter because Tom Savage, I don't know how you can get him to play after that horrific performance and then benching him at after halftime. So the Deshaun Watson era begins tomorrow night, and I cannot wait to see what the Texans do with Deshaun Watson. I'm going to have the Texans winning this game.
Deshaun Watson is the future of the Houston Texans, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
Now let's start with the first Sunday game, which I see on my list, which is the 0-1 Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I don't want to talk about this one long. Who do you think is going to win? 1, 2, 3?
Ravens.
Yeah, let's get that one. I do like Kaiser, but let's just move on.
Why are we moving on so quickly? You got nothing to say about this?
No, I don't have anything nice to say.
nice. Besides the fact that the Ravens D actually stepped up.
The only thing I see with his team is the Ravens defense is clearly back ever. They're younger, they're faster, and being led by an elderly veteran, Terrell Suggs. So if anybody has anything to say, it's him.
Go T-Suggs, right?
Now, the next game on my list is the New Orleans Saints at home.
Why are you bringing this up?
Well, I mean, that's the next one on my list is the New Orleans Saints and New England.
God.
Also, if anybody lives in the DFW area, you will be able to watch it on CBS.
Great. It's at New Orleans, so it has to be somewhat better.
Now, here's the funny thing.
They're both 0-1.
But, Jeffrey, I'm going to let you speak your piece.
Okay. I'm surprised that both teams are 0-1. Both defenses did not play well at all. However, I have to say I trust Bill Belichick to respond better than I do Sean Payton to respond after a loss in recent memory. However, this game is at home. Surely Drew Brees does a lot better at home. So it's going to be close, but I still have to give the edge to New England. I just cannot see New England starting off the season 0-2.
I'm actually also going to give it to New England. I think Brady's going to go into this game really pissed off.
Psycho Tom.
He's going to light a fire. Psycho, and he's going to get everybody fired up, whether we like it or not.
New England is a 6.5 favorite.
So sorry, New Orleans. Now we're going to have to wait for another week for another win.
All right. It's unfortunate, but I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted with New Orleans right now. But what's the next game, Tony?
Carolina and Buffalo.
Carolina, Buffalo, huh?
And Charlotte.
Both teams are 0-1.
I'm going to have to give it. Wait. No. Oh, you mean 1-0.
Both teams are 1-0. Correction.
Well, yeah. Let me be real quick. The Carolina Panthers are actually looking like a good team.
Well, last year they were pretty banged up.
Hold on. The Buffalo Bills beat the New York Jets.
Take that with a grain of salt.
No, is that a win?
Take that with a grain of salt. But in that defense, the Panthers beat the 49ers.
Yeah, but Cam Newton looked really good. Really good.
So did Sean McCoy. So did Tyrod Taylor. 110 yards for Shady. Tyrod Taylor, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both teams play bad teams.
Okay, but still, I'm saying won very easily and a landslide.
I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easily, but I still give it to Carolina.
This is the saddest game of the week. The Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts.
You say this is the saddest? The saddest is going to be New Orleans, New England.
Saddest because both teams are dealing with injuries already.
Yep. No David Johnson for the Cardinals. No Andrew Luck for the Colts. So no Andrew Luck, no chance. Give me Cardinals.
Well, from what I'm understanding, they're going to start Jacoby Brissett this week. We know this guy because he played with New England last year.
Great.
So I'm actually going to give Indianapolis to win in this game.
Sorry. I mean, better quarterback usually wins better games. Usually wins better games. And I trust Carson Palmer more than I do the Colts. So give me the Cardinals.
All right. Now we have the team that beat the New Orleans Saints on Monday night.
Wow.
Versus the team that barely survived the Cleveland Browns. The
New Orleans has no defense.
Minnesota Vikings.
You're traveling to Pittsburgh. Go Antonio Brown. Pittsburgh is a 5.5-point favorite. I expect the Steelers to rebound very convincingly against the Vikings.
If people say that there's no home field advantage, Pittsburgh has proven and
There used to be home field advantage for Seattle and Pitt and New Orleans too.
Yeah, but Seattle, Pittsburgh, Big Ben can't win on the road, and he could definitely win at home. Pittsburgh in a freaking brawl of a game. This is going to be close. This is going to be hard hitting. I don't care if these two teams aren't division rivals. These two teams will maul each other.
Will destroy each other. I don't think will Sam Bradford go back to being Sam Bradford?
Neither will.
No, you think he'll be consistent?
Neither, and Ben Roethlisberger won't be a bad quarterback either this week. Now the Chicago Bears to introduce the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of 2017. Bucks and Bears. Who do you got and why?
I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win their first game of the season.
I'm not
sold on the Bears. I'm not sold on the Bears at all. Mike Glennon is. I'm not sold. Buccaneers. I have potentially fighting to win the division.
I have the Bucks winning this division. I have the Bucks.
So yeah, give me the Bucks. Absolutely, give me the Bucks, hands down.
Andy Reid's former team traveling to Kansas City to play Andy Reid. The Eagles.
A lot of people. I like Carson Wentz. I think he has a very bright future. But this is the Chiefs. The Chiefs are really impressed me week one. So
I don't expect Kareem Hunt to go. I don't like to say this. This is my upset pick of the week. Eagles will win this game.
Eagles win. Oh no! I gotta give it to the Chiefs. But I'm concerned about the safety position of the Chiefs with
Eric Berry out for the year.
Eric Berry out for the season, so that might open up some plays for Carson Wentz to throw over the top. But I still got to give it to because Alex Smith and Kareem Hunt really impressed me.
Yeah, that was a really good combination, but we just got to see who they actually have at receiver besides Travis Kelce.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill, 7 receptions, 133 yards and a touchdown in week one.
We have the Miami Dolphins. In their first game, Smoking Jay goes to L.A. Chargers.
I feel about Jay Cutler. I do not like Jay Cutler. Just for that alone, I've got to give it to the Chargers. I expect Phillip Rivers to do some sort of rebounding. He didn't look great, granted. Okay, yes, he had 3 touchdowns and less than 200 yards throwing the ball. But I'm just not sold on Miami. I don't like Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler will cost the Dolphins the game.
I think Jay Cutler will actually cost the Dolphins the season. And at the same time, Phillip Rivers not looked good in comeback situations these past few years. But this time, it will need a comeback. They will kick his tail.
They will really? You really think so?
Absolutely.
Also, before we keep going on, shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. James Belknap, who won't be joining us this week, but I expect to see him on Friday. On Friday when we do our little review of the wrestling world, the leading brand.
If y'all want to tune into that, please click that subscribe button, and we need that notification squad on high alert. Notification squad, click that notification button. We want to know we online, bro.
That would be very nice. Yes, but now continue, Tony.
We have New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders.
What a tease! You're expecting me to be very happy, but then you give me that. Oh,
exactly.
So disappointing. Raiders.
Suck the air out.
Mode. Beast mode.
Oh, absolutely. Marshawn is going to kill these people. Woo! Skittles is back, baby. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, let's talk about the Cowboys.
Do I have to? Didn't I give you enough credit as is? Why do I have to talk about them?
You know, I have to do this in my Jerry Jones voice.
Not your team.
The Dallas Cowboys going up to the Denver, Colorado, to play the Denver Broncos. Jeffrey, who do you have and why?
I'm going to go Denver.
No.
I'm going Denver because I feel like the Broncos have fits the little quarterback situation. If they can just keep the Broncos D is as elite as usual, they're a pretty good defense. Ezekiel Elliott will once again have to work for his 100 yards of carrying, but I feel like Zeke is going to have to Dak is gonna have to win this game. It will be a test. But this is going to be my upset pick. I feel like the Broncos are going to do just enough to slightly edge away from the Cowboys.
Now, in our prediction show, right, sir, I did say that the Broncos were going to only win 3 games all year. So I'm sticking with that. Dallas is going to win this game. Denver is about to crumble.
Denver is about to crumble.
Nah.
Huh?
Yeah, Denver is about to
crumble. If the Cowboys win this game, the Cowboys will win until they go up against Green Bay.
Okay. I can see that, but Green Bay's coming here. We're not having to go to Lambeau this year.
Does it really matter that last time Green Bay traveled to?
Yes, it does.
No, it really doesn't.
Not starting this, Jeffrey. There's a
He's
whole difference.
He's a bad man.
There's a difference from us going to Lambeau than us not going to Lambeau. Lambeau is kryptonite. Green equals kryptonite. No,
Green Bay
Jeffrey.
Go to Dallas in the playoffs.
Jeffrey, stop it.
Did Green Bay answer me this? Did Green Bay travel to Dallas in the playoffs?
No comment. Our next game is the Washington Redskins.
I got your tongue?
And the Los Angeles Chargers.
You aren't answering me because you know I'm right.
Now, our next game is the Washington football team versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow. No response. His silence says it all. Chargers, huh?
No. The Los Angeles Rams and the Washington football team.
Oh, Rams and the Washington Breadsticks.
The Washington football team will, sadly, I don't like to say it, that football team will win the game.
That football team, just like Aaron Rodgers, can win at Dallas.
Let me just drink my peach tea.
Wow,
so Jeffrey, you got in this game. Why?
Who I got? I got the Redskins to rebound because you like that. You like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
Or we could just call them Washington Red Potatoes.
No, football team.
We could just call.
Now we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Seahawks. Why are we even joking? Why is this a joke?
No, it's not. It's just maybe I just want to see what the Niners young players do in this game. I want to see if they actually do have potential to be.
The Niners aren't doing anything. They're gonna wait. You gotta wait 3 years for the Niners to do anything.
No, believe me, I know that. It's just I want to see what the young players do right now. So now we have some energy.
The energy.
We have
Like
NFC Championship rematch between the Green Bay Packers
the bad
traveling
man.
to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Not the
Baby,
Superdome. Not the Superdome,
No.
just to clarify.
to play the NFC champion,
The same
Atlanta
NFC,
Falcons.
the same NFC champion that blew a 25-point lead.
The same NFC champions who will beat that Packers squad one more time just to prove how good they are.
Well, I'm really not sold on the Falcons D because granted they struggled to stop the Bears. The Bears and Mike Glennon. Packers D. Yeah, the Packers D. I was impressed. Take it with a grain of salt. I need to see more consistency on that. Chat. If those who are listening in the chat, this is the prediction of the Packers Falcons. Who do you have and why? I'm going with the bad man, Aaron Rodgers, because I'm still having concerns about the Falcons defense.
Mm-hmm. I want to see.
Most of the chat is saying the Falcons, so they are in agreement with you.
Yeah, because look, Atlanta has a 2 running back set that is dominant. Even though they didn't look that great last week, they are still dominant. They have Julio. They have Matt Ryan. They have other receivers. I love Tyler Gabriel. Love him. The defense is young, fast, and hungry. Somebody's feeling really good. And that's me, because Atlanta is going to win, and I'm going to be grooving all night, baby.
You're going to be grooving like the bad man can groove in Dallas?
Exactly. Now, I have a little bit of invested interest in this next game.
Why?
It's our Monday night matchup, and it's the Detroit Lions versus Giants. Now, you can see why I would have some interest in this game.
Why you have interest, not me.
I want to see a team get their tail, handed to them. So I'm going to take the Detroit football
Giants, huh?
Matt Stafford. No, I said Detroit.
No, you're taking the Lions. I have one question for you, sir. Is OBJ playing?
From what I can understand, he is day-to-day right now. So we're just going to see more towards the end of the week.
If OBJ plays, I'm taking the Giants. If he does not play, I'm taking the Lions.
The only reason I'm taking the Lions in this game.
Because you're biased?
No. One, I do have a coworker who's currently from the state of Michigan.
Biased.
But second, I feel like Matt Stafford's going to have an MVP. An MVP. I know, right? An MVP type season. He's
MVP
going to
type season.
All the haters that OBJ isn't nothing. It's all about Stafford, baby.
Matt Stafford.
The gunslinger who just got paid. Paid with a capital dollar sign.
Calm down.
Now.
So, Chad, who do you have in this game, Lions or Giants? Are you down with OBJ? Because you know Eli is.
Yeah, clearly.
He's clearly. But I'm going to say if OBJ plays, I'm giving it to the Giants. If he does not play, I'm giving it to the Lions.
And if OBJ plays, he's going to be a bad, bad man.
He's going to be making those catches because it's clear as day to how different the Giants are compared to with and without OBJ.
Exactly.
But Tony, you still haven't answered my question. Didn't Aaron Rodgers travel to Dallas in the playoffs?
And this has been your NFL Weekly Show, guys. Leave your comments down below.
and he's done, and he cannot seem to answer one question. Just a simple yes or no. That's all I'm asking.
Tune in next week for that answer.
Next week, man, you're ducking this question. Peace be upon you. Peace and blessings be upon you all. And just subscribe. 20 subscribers. That's my next goal.
And hit that notification button, man. Let people also know that we have a fun podcast live stream network.
We will come up with a better name.
I think we are the Stadium Junkies Media.
Peace. This is Jeffrey Burtis for Tony Lopez. We are signing out.